Hello friends, welcome to Daring Marine YouTube channel. Today we will be discussing about basics of two-stroke cycle and how marine engineering works. So, what are the basics of two-stroke cycle and how marine engineering is basically working? Okay. Marine main propulsion engine is a two-stroke combustion ignition engine. So, we can say the engine completes its one cycle in two-stroke. Marine engines will be main propulsion engine will be a combustion ignition engine. It is a CA engine. So, engine completes one cycle in two-stroke. So, two-stroke cycle means there will be two stroke of piston in one cycle. That means there is one combustion stroke and one power stroke. Then piston going up and piston going down. So that means you get one revolution will be there. Okay. Marine main propulsion engine will be is a two-stroke combustion ignition engine, and engine completes its one cycle in two-stroke. And two-stroke cycle means two stroke of piston in one cycle. That is one piston stroke and one combustion stroke. That means one combustion stroke and one power stroke. Okay, that means piston going up plus piston going down. So that one combined will be, we can say, one complete revolution. Okay, then combustion stroke. So like I say, there will be two stroke, piston going up plus piston going down. So that means one combustion stroke and one power stroke. That is one complete revolution. Then combustion stroke means when piston goes downward, exhaust valves open up. That means when piston goes downward, the exhaust valve will open up and scavenge port will be uncovered. So scavenge port is open, that is uncovered, which allows fresh air to enter through the scavenge port. So fresh air will enter through the scavenge port and clean the cylinder from exhaust gas of the previous cycle. So the previous cycle's exhaust gas will be removed through the air that coming from the scavenge port. Okay, when the piston goes downward, exhaust valve will be open up, and at the same time scavenge port is also for that period of time. So the air will come through the scavenge port and clean the exhaust gas of the previous cycle. Okay, the piston then travels upward, closing the scavenge port. Then an exhaust valve starts compressing the air. So after this short period of time, then piston will goes upwards. So it will gradually close the scavenge port and exhaust valves, and it will start compressing the air. So at the end of the stroke, the air pressure in the cylinder will rise from 33 to 43 bar. So at the end of the combustion stroke, the pressure will be equal to 33 to 43 bar, and temperature will rise about 660 to 780 degrees Celsius. So temperature will be equal to 660 to 780 degrees Celsius, and just before TDC. So just before the piston is reaching the TDC, we will inject the fuel to the hot combust air. So thus it reaches the self-ignition temperature and gets ignited. Okay. So combustion stroke means when the piston goes downward, that means the exhaust valve it will open, and scavenge port is also open during that time. So the air will come inside and remove the air of the previous cycle, so means exhaust gas of the previous cycle, and after that the piston will goes upward. When it goes upward, it will close the exhaust and scavenge port. Then at that time there it is compressed. That means at a pressure of 33 to 43 bar and temperature of 660 to 780 degrees Celsius. And when it reaches towards that TDC, we will inject the fuel. So the fuel will get ignited due to the compressed air. So this is what happened in the combustion stroke. Then what in the power stroke? The power stroke, combustion causes expansion of gases. During the combustion, we know that it will have sudden explosion, and explosion will be there. So that means expansion of gas is happening. This will push the piston downward towards BDC. So piston being pushed downwards by combustion is doing work, and this stroke is known as power or expansion stroke. Okay. So like I mentioned, towards the end of combustion stroke, we will inject the fuel, and fuel will get ignited. So the ignited, that means ignited, the combustion happens, then there will be expansion of gases. Expansion means an explosion. So that will push the piston downwards towards the BDC. So the piston that pushed downwards by combustion gas is doing work. Hence this is known as power stroke or expansion stroke, we say. So these are the basic working principle of a two-stroke combustion ignition engine, which is used in the marine main propulsion engine. So thank you.